Well, hey there, internet friends. I wanted to talk today about the idea of letting your art speak for itself. I just saw this movie, The Best Christmas Pageant Ever, a few nights ago in theaters. I've been looking forward to it for a while. It's one of my longtime, childhood favorite books. And the movie was good. It was cute. It was good. But the thing that stuck out to me the most about it was that we were seeing it at one of these sort of early access preview screenings. You know, it's one of those ones that's open to the public, but they do it a week in advance to kind of generate word of mouth. And they started the screening with about 10 minutes of featurettes about the movie. They showed some interviews with the actors talking about what a good experience it was to work on it. They showed blooper reels of the kids in the movie. They showed a behind the scenes of the song that plays over the credits. They even showed a clip from the director's work on the next TV show that he's doing, and it was sort of an unfinished raw clip. They were giving us a little sneak peek of it and that sort of thing. And throughout the whole thing, they kept going, "You're about to see the movie's about to start, it's gonna be so good, we're so excited for you to see it, we worked so hard on it. If you have something good to say about the movie, make sure you share that. If you don't have something good, maybe don't say that." And this is not the first time that I've seen this happen. Particularly, this was sort of a Christian adjacent movie, and I've seen indie Christian movies with special distribution models do this more than any other genre, I think. Maybe because within faith, there tends to be more of a sense that you need to sort of justify the art that you've made and why it's valuable, which I could go on a whole other separate tangent about why that's the exact opposite mentality that should exist and why religious communities should see that art needs no justification more than any other community. But that's beside the point. I've seen other movies outside of this sphere do this too in recent memory, where they start with a featurette of B-roll and behind the scenes, and they have the director and the actor say, "Thanks for coming, we worked really hard on this, we hope you like it, please like it." And to all of that, I would just want to say that I think that there's some value in whatever kind of artist you are, whether you're releasing things in theaters or online or anywhere, allowing the things that you make to maintain some level of artistic mystique. Sometimes in an effort to include the audience and make sure that they feel comfortable, you end up explaining the whole thing before it starts. And actually, often the most respectful thing that you can do to an audience is allow them to experience the art as it is, without any of your justifications. I see this even in smaller ways with YouTube creators and others who give constant updates about the thing that they're working on and the behind the scenes of how it's going, and that they're exporting now and it's going to be up in a few hours. So some of it, I think, is related to this social media expectation of constantly including the audience in whatever it is that you're doing and making sure that they know that you're not dead. But sometimes it's also, and I speak from personal experience, a deep insecurity in the thing that you've made and a feeling of wanting the audience to get it in the way that you hope that they will. But the thing about art is that it is a gift to the audience. And when you over-explain yourself, especially at the start, you're sort of acting like one of those people who gives a toy to a kid and then immediately tells the kid how exactly they have to play with it. And if you're constantly giving updates and behind the scenes and explanations of what the art is before it's released, you're kind of like a grandparent who buys a Christmas gift for their grandkid months in advance and won't stop giving them hints about what it is and what it's related to and saying, "I paid so much for it, I'm so excited for you to get it," to the point where when you finally open the gift on Christmas Day, the surprise and the experience of allowing the gift to stand on its own merits has been diminished greatly. In another sense, if you're obsessed with making sure that the audience gets it and understands your heart behind it before they experience your work of art, you're kind of like someone who sets up two people on a date, but then wants to go on the date with them to make sure that they like each other. I do want to be clear, the point that I'm making is not really about spoilers. I'm not someone who cares that much about spoilers. I think most of the great art works whether you know the ending or not. It's much more about allowing the thing that you've created to speak for itself and stand on its own merits. It's a difficult thing because as soon as you make and finish something, you are often immediately asked to talk about it. But I think it's David Lynch who said something like, "That's what the art is for. The art is the talking." And if you want the audience to be able to receive your art as a gift, sometimes you have to let them unwrap it and discover what's inside for themselves. Anyway, it's just a thought. I'll see y'all soon.